Some scary times in Bitcoin and crypto land, folks, because we just had Bitcoin knocking at the door of that 91.5K. If it goes through, then there's a good chance it can go to like 75K, 80K area. I'm going to take you through where Bitcoin is going to go next. Let's go. Massive episode today. With Bitcoin, basically, this was actually quite impressive because you don't understand the amount of bad news that came out yesterday. It actually initially went down to like 93.1 or something when the US news broke out. The jobs report was actually really strong. The only thing I would say is, here's the neckline, 91.7. Let's call it 91.5. If it can close here, right, 95K for the day, which it didn't, it came close, that would be a full bullish reversal pattern. It would have fully reversed the red candle we had yesterday. And it would also close above, right, this blue line. So how did Bitcoin get here? And why are we in this situation? Bitcoin was basically doing well. It was bouncing off the 92K support last time, like my forecast. The fractal was working. Then we had two hammers in a row. We had the Department of Justice in the US being cleared to sell $6.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, which is really bad because that's almost as much as Mt. Gox, because the Mt. Gox guys are 9 billion, but they're not going to all sell it. Some of them, they will keep some of it. We had the jobs report coming out, and the market was expecting 164,000 jobs to be added. I got a text from my buddies on Wall Street. They said it's going to be more like over 200K, close to 250K. I was like, that's bad. That's a really strong jobs number. That means Fed's not going to cut rates. Then Bitcoin's going to tank. And they said, yeah, we know it's bad, so give you the warning. And I told my guys in Discord, if you're watching this, you're in my Discord, you know you got the early warning. I said, yeah, it's going to be a bad number. It's easily over 200K, maybe even 250K. Now, here's the thing. But with all that bad news, Bitcoin actually kind of didn't crash through that barrier. Like, how bad was those news? You had two of the worst news that you could get. Fed not cutting, really strong jobs report, and also that the US government will finally, 1 week before Trump comes in, just to spite Trump, the Democrat side. I'm not against Democrats. I'm not against Trump. Not against anybody. I'm just saying this is what's happening. They're going to do a dump, right? They're going to do a dump up to 6.5 billion. It may not happen, but that threat is right there. We've got another 9 days to go till Trump gets in. Technically, it looks dangerous because if we get a close down here, then technically this is broken below 91.5. If we get two closes, then I would be seriously worried for a drop, which would take us to around 75 to 80K area, to somewhere around there, and then bounce, right? We could even wick down there, whatever. I would lean towards that happening because I would say that's more like a 60% chance and 40% chance we bounce because of head and shoulders setup. But right now, as I said to my Discord, I am not leaning towards that scenario, even though it looks very likely, because of two things. It's the most famous topping pattern in the world. After a long extended run, Bitcoin goes into a head and shoulders, which is what it is at right now. It's not triggered yet. And it does so at exactly 100K, right? If you look at the head and shoulders, it's playing out 100K. And then that's the time the US finally decides to sell all of his Bitcoins. And when Trump promised not to sell any more Bitcoins, right? And the Democrats decide to screw him one last time before he comes in to sell all their Bitcoins. It's just, for me, it's just too perfect. It's just too perfect. Exact head and shoulders, symmetrical, exactly at 100K, exactly, 1 week, 8 days before Trump comes in, we're going to dump all the Bitcoins. Part of my instincts are going the other way and thinking, maybe that won't happen. Call me, optimist, call me a hopium. I actually probably 55-45, maybe 60-40 lean towards the bounce. But having said that, there's still a 45%, 40% chance then it could go down. This is a really dangerous situation, no ifs and buts about it. The last 24 hours, Bitcoin performed very strongly considering with the DOJ cleared to dump and with the jobs data, Bitcoin has not only held on, but actually made a small bounce, almost bullish reversal candle. We didn't get that. So it's actually kind of impressive because look at the stock market. The stock market was down. The stock market had a big tank. Look at this. Look at this, right? All down, right? That's heavy.